I heard him coming and I instantly tried to wrap it up.
A GTI owner, jealous one.
Okay, now we're going to compare that to what that sounds like.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Driver and the Kid. My name is Nick, and today it's all about Hyundai or Hyundai. Whatever you call it. If you've been living under a rock, you wouldn't know that Hyundai is making massive leaps in the motoring world. No longer are they just the budget, cut price South Korean runabout. And today we're pushing in two directions. One, to the left of me, is Hyundai N. N being their sports range that's being tested on the Nürburgring and everywhere else, making huge waves in the sort of Golf GTI killer. To my right hand side is the other end of the spectrum, and that is the Hyundai Kona, but not just any old Kona, it's the EV. So today we're going to drive both cars, compare them, because why not, and have a good time, so please enjoy.
Sounds good, mate. Okay guys, this is the Hyundai I30N. This is the luxury pack. So this comes to anyone in Australia at $47,990 drive away.
Yeah.
That comes with a 7-year warranty, which includes track warranty, I'm pretty sure.
It does.
So you can go on the track and Hyundai is like, go for it, send it.
Yep.
So this has a 6-speed manual. It has a 2-litre turbo 4-cylinder. It is front-wheel drive. It has a limited slip differential. It is a Golf GTI killer. It comes with leather seats with the luxury pack. It comes with a sunroof.
Yeah.
It comes with a bimodal exhaust, which sounds insane. We'll show you guys later.
And a spoiler that actually creates downforce.
Apparently does something, which I'll show you very quickly. What else has it got, Nick? Got any more stats?
Well, you got the bimodal exhaust, 203 kilowatts or roughly 300 horsepower,
yeah.
380 or 70 or 80 newton meters on overboost. It sounds fantastic.
And I've driven it for a little bit so far, and I really like it.
It's everything Henry could want in a car. It's a small, fast, agile hatchback, 6-speed manual.
Yeah.
Yeah. Besides it being front-wheel drive, which I don't think is going to make much of a difference, because we have a really good E-diff. So let's hear what it sounds like, man.
Let's get it.
So firstly, you have quite a nice 6-speed shifter, mate.
Yeah, so here we've got a manual gearbox, which is the best thing about this car.
Yeah.
We have heated seats on both sides, a heated steering wheel, which is quite nice.
I know. We really need that for Australia.
Yeah, I know. We've got Alcantara, like, center parts of the seats, and then leather on the side, on the bolsters. Got a nice touch screen display with Bluetooth. I'm pretty sure it has Apple CarPlay, which is a good feature. I really like Apple CarPlay. Here on the steering wheel we have the different drive modes. So drive mode, sport, eco and normal, and they're your average drive modes, but this button here is the N mode. So you press this button and it goes into full N mode, and you press it again and go into N mode custom. So custom is what you want the car to be. So I can have the engine in normal, sport, sport plus. I could have the exhaust in normal, sport, sport plus. I can have the rev matching, the ELSD in different modes. Then I could also go, I could also go to chassis, where I can change the suspension, how heavy the steering is, the traction control. I can have it completely off. I can have it sport. So that I really, really like. It's like a Mercedes, how you can have it how you want it, which I think is the best, because my driving style, you have everything powertrain and maximum send, and then chassis in suspension the comfort, you know?
Yeah. All right, put this thing into N mode. I just want to see what this sounds like in maximum attack. So that's not bad, and you get pops.
I'll see if I can get pops. Ready? Bruh. I love it.
So this entire thing, this being the luxury pack, 18-inch wheels, everything else, 50,000 Australian dollars.
Yeah.
I think that's not too bad for what it is.
And did we talk about the sunroof? Look.
Sunroof.
Full complete sunroof.
There you go. That's not just a tiny one.
It's nice. I like it.
I think it's time we maybe took them both for a drive, man.
Sounds good.
Yes, the pops and cracks. I love it.
I love it too. We're in it. We're in the I30N.
We've been meaning to drive this car for so long, whether it's the Sportback or the Hatch, whatever it is. There's been a lot of hype about this car. Not only that, but it's winning racing series like the Rally and the TCR series as well. It just won in Australia. So, you know, for the affordable sports car, manual, it's not dead yet.
Man, I've driven a Golf GTI recently, a manual one, a brand new one.
Yeah.
I've driven this car for 15 minutes and I like it more.
Yeah.
It's got more character, it sounds better.
It does sound very aggressive.
You don't see many I30Ns around either.
No.
Compared to Golf GTIs.
I think that's going to change though.
Yeah, I think it will too.
So, yeah, 6-speed manual. We're going to take this thing for a solid drive now. Get it out onto some freeway. Test out this E-diff a little bit. We don't know the roads that well around here, but yeah, let's play around with the settings. Oh, it's nice. It picks up nicely.
I haven't even like sent it yet, but it's still. Wow, this car just wants you to. It just wants you to go fast, and that's, I think.
That's the sign of a good sports car.
Yeah,
like,
I know.
If the car is willing you to drive it fast, that's a good sign.
Yeah.
And I don't, like, we want to get rid of the badge snob thing today, but everything feels that bit extra good because it's from a Hyundai, right?
Yeah, it does. No, like, if I was doing this in Golf, you'd expect it, you know?
Yeah, every bit of excitement or quality that sticks out just says, oh, it's even better because
it's
a Hyundai.
different.
It's different.
And this is their first go at it as well.
Exactly right.
That's insane.
So for those who don't know, I guess it's somewhat common knowledge, Hyundai is starting this Ed brand, which...
We just need to know where the hell we're going.
It's only left off here, 400 meters. So, Hyundai starting the N division or edition of cars, they poached the head of the M division of BMW. So, you know, a big name.
It's not a bad place to start.
Exactly right. Which is funny because this is a front-wheel drive car. No, straight ahead. Which is funny because this is a front-wheel drive car. BMW known for their planted or their balanced chassis which are all rear-wheel drive.
Well, now they have a front-wheel drive 1 Series, so you know.
There you go.
Hyundai beat them to it. It's quick, man. For a stock 4-cylinder, this is amazing.
300 horsepower.
Yeah.
Pulling 2 people quite nicely.
It blitzes the Polo GTI out of the water, that's for sure.
Yeah, stock, absolutely.
Yeah.
And it's quite comfortable.
Yeah.
These seats hug you pretty well.
Well, this is in full N mode. I'll now go to
Comfort
Eco.
Relaxing.
But no, it's a nice car. It's got every feature on it that you could ever imagine.
For something that's 45 grand, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so the number one thing, the only thing that we really think this lacks a little bit compared to its competition, particularly from the new Mark 8 Golf, is this interior. It's not bad.
I don't not like it.
It's not bad.
But you get into a Mark 8 or a Mark 7.5 Golf and you're like, oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
It feels like one generation behind in terms of just the tech look.
It just needs a bit of an update.
Just, this screen's not bad though.
And if this heads up, this display in front of me was digital, then it'd be, you know, just as good.
Yeah. And coming later on, I believe this year, it's getting a brand new DSG gearbox as well.
Oh really?
So obviously it'll be heavier, but that gives, I'm sure that will help sales.
Does it only come in manual?
At the moment, yes.
And that's not even a bad thing. I'm not complaining about that. That's fine.
But
Fine by me.
For a business sort of sense, I'm sure a dual clutch auto will increase sales.
Yeah, for sure. I've been driving it for quite a bit now. It just has a lot of power, and it's kind of surprising. Like first and second gear, it pulls pretty hard.
Yeah.
And I was surprised because front-wheel drive cars with a lot of power usually have this thing called torque steers. What you do is when you floor it, the car tries to like bring you straight because it's got too much power. In this car, I haven't really felt that at all. So I'm liking it a lot because it doesn't have that.
Yeah, we'll see if it at what point it starts to push. But for the average person, I think it feels tight, like really good. Some more cool features, rev matching for one, but we also have shift lights, mate.
Yeah, I know, I'm loving it. Like, watch. It doesn't slouch. That's
just constant backfire, love it. What a car.
Here we go.
Oh, very good.
I love it, man.
So balanced, like
I can send it through a roundabout and know I'm gonna be able to go through. Like,
here's the thing: instead of understeering, the rear of the car just hopped, skipped, and kept you straight. In a lot of cars like that, when you took a corner or a roundabout that hard, it would just start understeering and we just plow straight through it.
Yeah, I know.
But instead, the rear like caught up with us. That was so good. And with the constant just pop.
Going to have to do a U-turn. We'll go right.
I guess we have to. Up this hill.
We'll go back through that roundabout. Yeah, man. The gear shift, like the actual gears itself, are really easy to put into place.
Yeah.
I'm not like trying to find which gear I'm in. It's really easy. The clutch is really easy. You can just dump it whenever you want. Just dump it. It doesn't care.
Yeah.
But yeah, this car encourages you. Like, oh, these corners down here will be fun.
Yeah.
This car just encourages you to go fast.
To drive quickly.
Yeah.
And spiritedly.
I mean, I'm not complaining with that.
Yeah. Which the Golf GTI
doesn't really.
This
car has personality.
Yes, it does. It does. It certainly does. As we'll find out through this little S-bend.
It just sticks, you know. And this is the best thing with hot hatches. You don't have to go fast.
No, to have fun.
You can just send it through corners and it's fun as.
Yeah.
Like, and you were grabbing, you're like, oh shit. Yeah, but it's just fun, man. I love it. Wish I didn't have this shitty Pulsar in front of me. Sounds it makes. It's a good sounding 4-cylinder.
See those pops and bangs, I actually prefer those to the really false AMG ones. I know that you're not going to compare the two. I think that sounds better than an A35, A45.
Oh, this does, for sure.
I don't want to get too ridiculous here. I mean,
like this first gear is its best gear. Like.
Yeah.
Like that just doesn't get much better than that.
So this is what one expects when you think of Hyundai. A slow driving white car with a dent in it, the old Ascent.
Yeah.
And
look what we're in now. This is
now we're in this.
Yeah. Well, goodbye, old fellow. You were always shit.
Henry, we've found our arch rival again.
Oh no. What is happening?
Won a race.
I don't think she will. Let's see if we can initiate a little race.
You have to chase down the GTIs. She's a proud GT. Oh! Chopped! Chopped!
Oh, what is this?
Your engine has to be warmed up, and you have to switch to N mode, and make sure that you are actually in ESC.
How to launch a Hyundai?
As following, you have to do these steps.
Okay, people, we have our trusty draggy for a very unscientific 0 to 100 test. Henry's a much better shifter than I, so he's going to take duties for the 0 to 100. Completely useless, but it's fun. So let's see if launch control or just doing it yourself works better. Alrighty.
Okay.
It sounds so good.
Launch control doesn't want to work, so I'm just going to try to do it by myself.
Alrighty.
No.
Nope.
Why is launch control not working? Come on, lads. I'm just going to drop it.
Gets 100.
Really? It said
97.
It said 104 on this.
Yeah, because you got that. It's
Okay.
197.
Well, I'm going to do it again. What did we get, sir?
7.27.
7.2.
It's not too bad with 2 people in the car.
I wouldn't mind seeing what like a, you know, like a 50 to 150 sort of thing.
The
400 meters.
in-gear acceleration.
Well, the actual timer on the computer said 6.8.
Yeah, so that's interesting. That might give you a bit of a rollout. I think you could do, I don't know what this is geared for or what it's supposed to be.
6.8 I think it is.
6.8? Oh, there you go. Alright, we're slowing things down a bit. Slowing things down to a boomer pace. Nice and quiet. It's the new Kona EV. So this thing starts at $65,000. It's got a 63 kilowatt hour lithium ion battery and 400 kilometers of range. So we're going to take it for a quick drive. Much quieter than this thing.
That's a ruckus.
The loudest Hyundai we've ever driven. So we're going to have a look at this thing. Firstly, starting at $65,000. Interior looks quite similar really to the I30. We've still got leather in this, goes all the way up to 71,000 with all the other bells and whistles and metallic paint. You've got the very interesting aesthetic of the low, I guess, drag coefficient wheels. On top of that, the styling is not going to be for everyone, so you've got this middle space which has all been kind of filled in here for low drag. Your plug-in, oh, maybe I need to open the car.
Yeah, you need to unlock it.
Hold on. And there's your little plug-in.
It's pretty interesting. It's so weird, look at it. It's like a little mouth.
The keys don't feel too bad as well. I'm interested to see how this thing drives and how it feels for an everyday A to B daily comfortable car. Henry, and you're in the back of a Kona.
So I'm a midget, so I can't really give you a good back seat review, but I've got a lot of leg room. That's the thing we've noticed in both Hyundais. The transmission tunnel is very low, so the middle passenger's actually got a pretty good seat.
Yeah.
You know, it's pretty comfy, there's heaps of headroom, it's spacious, it's not claustrophobic, which I find in small SUVs, you get claustrophobic at the back.
Yeah.
But it's got these nice rear windows which make it bright in here, so yeah. I heard him coming and I instantly tried to wrap it up.
A GTI owner, jealous one.
Ah, Nick. That sounds very good.
Man, I haven't turned it on yet.
Oh.
Right, it's on.
Oh, now it's on. You know what, that sounds even better than when it was off.
Alright.
Here we are. My first ever experience in an electric SUV.
Yeah, the mini SUV, the entry-level SUV.
Interesting, isn't it?
It feels quite comfortable already. I don't really get small SUVs. I don't really understand them. What do you think of the quality in this, space?
It's nice, but then you think of 65 grand.
Yeah.
If it was 45, 50 grand, it's perfect.
This gets awkwardly close to $77,000, which is the starting price of the Tesla 3, which we've done a review of. If you want to check that out, go back through our channel and look at our Tesla Model 3 review. You can see that they've tried to make things a little bit classier, nicer. You've got this matte sort of silver finish on everything.
I mean, the seats are comfortable.
The seats are quite nice.
Quite spacious.
The speakers feel alright. The plastics are a little bit scratchy, but the screen, is it larger than the I30N? Maybe it's the same size.
Screen, but it's got like this
piano
black around it. Yeah.
Piano black, so we'll film that. So, easy as pie. Just put your foot on the brake.
Start up, ready for the pops and bangs. What was that?
That's a nice little piano to make you feel happy. Now, what does it sound like when you turn it off? Oh, it's just like turning your Samsung on. Just like a Samsung.
I don't know how I feel about that sound, but anyway,
we'll turn it back on. And there's nothing to really work out here. I'm not sure what settings we've got. So we've got brake regenerative settings. Apart from that, it's just choose your car to go into drive. I think the electronic brake comes off. And off we go. Silence.
It's such a weird sensation. I just can't get over this electric thing.
Super light steering. I've got 400 kilometers of range.
It's quick.
And it gets going, I told you.
Far out, it's quick for a little.
It's not too bad.
What the hell?
That was 60 kilometers per hour.
This is really weird, because
But obviously the steering is electric.
Yeah.
But it feels responsive enough. The seating position is better, I think, than say a Q2. I prefer the seating position to this than a Tesla Model 3. But
you don't sound convinced.
I'm not wholly convinced.
I reckon, no, I like it. If it was 40 grand, it'd be perfect.
I think if they could get this car... Oh, why do I keep doing that? If they could get this car to 50 grand,
yeah,
they would sell a lot more of them.
I mean, it's nice inside, it's comfortable, it's quiet, it's pretty quick.
But this is why Hyundai is taking such big steps, because this is filling one space for the consumer, and the N is filling another space for other people.
The electric car is filling a space for you.
Yeah, for me, for boomers.
And then the N for me.
For 30-year-old boomers.
Yeah.
But hey, look, this feels quite responsive. It is quick. It's much quicker than, say, you know, a 2-litre petrol.
Well, I've actually been in the petrol version of the Kona, and far out, it's like a vacuum.
Gutless.
Yeah. This would run rings around it. Like,
I would think so.
Easily.
Not only that, though, it's taking these speed bumps so softly, so comfortably. I think this
I'm really surprised at how comfy it is, to be honed.
Yeah.
This is a pretty good daily driver.
I think so. This Ute's trying to get up my backside, and I'll just... I got a bit of torque still.
That's so weird.
I got a bit of torque still.
Just a little...
and there is...
a little buzzy, angry bee underneath the bonnet.
Yeah. And so this car takes 53 minutes or thereabouts, under 1 hour, for a full charge of 400 kilometers. So there you go.
It's pretty good.
Obviously, we need to have more charging stations in Victoria, but there will be. It's just something that's going to happen.
Yeah. It's quick.
Can you hear that little whine?
Yeah, little.
But look how it handles corners, though. There's not much body roll. Look at that. Like, that's really decent.
Yeah.
Braking's
remember,
not too
this is
bad
a Hyundai SUV. Like.
Yeah. I mean, I'm assuming the Santa Fe, which is the big, also won a Best Car award, I believe.
Yeah.
Will be electric soon as well.
For sure.
But the thing with this car is, I guess, the body roll is quite good because all the weight is at the bottom.
Well, actually, the engine's in the front, remember?
Well, the motor, yeah.
So what they've done is they've taken out the combustion engine and put the electric engine in the front. We'll show you the front. It's literally like a little...
Yeah. Well, a small electric motor, yeah. Okay, we've found sport mode.
Oh wow, watch out. I think the exhaust opened. It broke traction.
It was like torque steering as well. This car's fast though for what it is. You
Oh,
wouldn't
it's
expect
very
it.
fast. Like,
It makes
I'm
a
so
little whine.
surprised as to how quick this thing is.
Oh man. This car's got to be faster than the I30N, I reckon. Just to 100, obviously not on a track or anywhere else.
I reckon to 100 this would run rings around it.
Yeah, well, it would chop it.
Say chop it again, I dare you. Yeah, but it's nice and nimble, little electric.
If this is a start, you can only imagine in a few years to come how good these electric cars are going to be.
Faux show.
Right, man, so we've had a full day of Hyundai. We've had a taste of the N world and the EV world, and I think overall we're quite impressed, aren't we?
I love it. I love the electric version of that Kona. It's quick, it's comfy, and I love this N. It's the most fun hot hatch I've driven.
I think more fun than a Golf GTI.
I agree.
And I think while the EV was decent, I think they still have a little way to go to catch up with the Model 3, but it's a really good start.
Yeah. Nice work, Hyundai. And
Yeah.
thank you to Essendon Hyundai for giving us this car, and more thank you to Josh at Essendon Hyundai.
Yes.
Essendon Hyundai.
Thank you so much, Essendon Hyundai. I'm sure we'll hopefully take or get our hands on some more of their cars in future.
Yeah.
If they're anything like these, yeah, I'm excited for it.
So am
Really
I.
cool.
And let's finish
Right.
it with some pops and bangs.
Why not? He's been perfecting it all day.
Yeah.
Alright guys, please subscribe to Driver and the Kid. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.